You meet someone at a party. You talk for 20 minutes, you laugh at their jokes, learn about their job, their hometown, even their dog's name. Then they walk away and someone asks, "So what was her name again?" And your mind goes completely blank. Sound familiar? If you constantly forget people's names within minutes of hearing them, you've probably called yourself forgetful, careless, or even rude. But psychology tells a very different story. Forgetting names isn't usually a sign of a weak memory. It's a sign of how your brain chooses to spend its attention, and the reason behind it might actually say something surprisingly positive about you. 1. Names are meaningless to your brain, even when people aren't. Here's something most people don't realize. Your brain doesn't treat all information equally. It ranks things by meaning. A face carries emotion. A voice carries tone. A story carries context you can attach to memory. But a name on its own is just a random sound attached to a person. It has no inherent meaning until your brain actively builds a connection to it. This is why you can forget someone's name instantly, yet remember that they mentioned moving from Chicago, or that they seemed nervous when talking about their job, or the exact story they told about their childhood dog. Your brain didn't fail you. It simply prioritized the information that felt meaningful over the information that felt arbitrary and disconnected from everything else you know. 2. You're focused on the person, not the label. When you meet someone new, your brain is doing far more than listening to their name. It's scanning their facial expressions, it's reading their tone, it's picking up on confidence, nervousness, warmth, or hesitation, often without you even realizing it's happening. Psychologists call this social processing, and it happens almost automatically in people who are naturally empathetic or emotionally attentive. For these people, understanding who someone is matters more than remembering what they're called. It's not disinterest, it's actually the opposite. Their attention is fully invested in the human being in front of them, not the audio label attached to that human. Ironically, they can walk away from a conversation knowing someone's entire personality, yet completely blank on their name. If you've related to this so far, hit that like button, because the next point is the one most people never expect, and it might explain years of "why do I keep doing this to myself?" 3. The harder you try, the worse it gets. This one feels almost backwards, but it's well documented in psychology. The moment someone says their name, many people panic internally. Don't forget it, don't forget it. What if I already forgot it? That inner voice takes over, and ironically, it pulls your attention completely away from the present moment and the person standing in front of you. While your mind is busy worrying about forgetting, the actual conversation keeps moving forward, and the name never gets properly processed or stored in the first place. Psychologists call this an attention failure, not a memory failure. You genuinely cannot lose something you never actually stored to begin with. The anxiety itself becomes the very reason the name disappears seconds later. 4. Big picture thinkers remember meaning, not labels. Some research suggests that people who think in concepts, patterns, and ideas rather than isolated facts are naturally more prone to forgetting names. Their brains are wired to extract the meaning of a conversation, the underlying story, the emotion behind it, the takeaway they'll carry forward. Small identifying details, like a name, often get quietly filtered out in that process. This is why you might forget someone's name entirely, yet perfectly remember their opinion on something, their sense of humor, or a piece of advice they gave you months later. Your mind isn't lazy or careless, it's simply selective about what it considers worth keeping, and names often lose that competition. 5. It might actually reflect emotional intelligence. Several psychologists have pointed out that people who forget names easily often score higher on measures of empathy and emotional attunement. Why would that be the case? because their attention naturally gravitates towards feelings, intentions, and genuine connection, not surface-level data like a name tag or an introduction. In other words, the same trait that makes you bad with names might be the exact same trait that makes you genuinely good at reading people. It's not a flaw sitting awkwardly next to your strengths. It might simply be a side effect of one of them. So the next time you forget someone's name seconds after hearing it, try not to spiral into self-criticism or embarrassment. It doesn't mean you weren't listening. In most cases, it means you were listening to something deeper than a label, their tone, their energy, the actual story they were telling you. Names can absolutely be practiced and improved with the right techniques, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to get better at it. But understanding the psychology behind why this happens can replace years of embarrassment with genuine self-awareness. You're not broken, and you're not careless. You're simply built to notice different things than most people around you. So tell me, do you relate to this? Do you remember people's stories, emotions, and personalities better than you remember their names? Let me know in the comments below. And if this explains something about yourself that you never quite understood before, subscribe for more videos like this one.